Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to PSGL Formula 7. This is the first round of Formula 7. First round of all the formulas in the league. Obviously F7, F6, well, we're going down to F1. F7 is released on Thursdays. We've already had Formula Performance, which is a very entertaining race. Now it's time for F7 to hopefully shine some light also. Today at the moment we do have 13 drivers. I'm just going to spectate. Possibly a few more in a few minutes, I don't know. So welcome AMK, welcome Steve Rav. Welcome... Oh. Can I call you Gert? Or is it Jert? If you kind of... I don't want to pronounce it wrong, so if you kind of want to say if it was right or wrong. And also welcome Morris Guy. Hi onto the podium. Welcome. Let me just check one other thing also before we get started. Most of these people also who are racing today are, from what I'm looking at, people who were in F6 last season. There are a few new people. I will go through the grid as qualifying starts, or maybe before. But yeah. But as everyone already knows, this track has got 16 corners, not many, well, quite a lot compared to some other tracks, but not as much compared to Singapore, for example. Not many tricky corners either. 2 straights, 3 DRS zones. Should be a very good race, hopefully. I will go through the grid now, just before we start. So, hopefully they have it on here. They do. So, I believe that's everyone. Could be, but I'm just looking at what it is provisionally. In the Mercedes is PW Nagetown, if that's how you say it. And then there's no one else as his teammate. In Red Bull is Steve Rav and Swen the Men. In Scuderia Ferrari is Musical Venom, also known as Gaming Alamonda, and Wide Load Billy. In the Renault is Cablo and Morris Guy. In the Williams, no one likes a Williams, so there's no one there. In the McLaren is Tommy and Shadow Wolf. In the Haas is Mertshon and Hakura. In Scuderia Toro Rosso is Jaruru and Mesclas, if that's how you say it. In the Sauber is Boomer and Blue Jean, and in the Force India finally is McGregor Wallace and Mer02K1. If that's how you say his name, I do not know. Welcome Jamie, welcome Simo. I think we're going to get underway shortly. I think we could be waiting on one person, I don't know, I'm not really paying attention to the chat. Make sure you do like the stream. I will be streaming PSGL F7 every Thursday, as I was streaming F6. Alright, so a big good luck everyone who is racing, obviously. As I was saying, F7 will be streamed here every single week unless I can't make it for one day, I don't know. Also, PSGL F5 will be streamed on my channel also. And yeah, the only 2 I'll be streaming. Possibly F6 as a backup, but so as a backup, we are getting ready now for the start of Formula 7. I did see that someone did put predictions in. Welcome, Chiller. Hello, C-Tice. Welcome to the stream. If anyone put predictions, the only person who I could say might have a chance of winning is Gaming Alamander or Musical Venom. I know he is here because he can't do any other day. So he could win, but I don't know. Don't really know any of the paces, to be honest. Don't be negative, Venom. Someone's Slenderman, well, someone's prediction Slenderman to get P1. Alright, is it going to be a dry qualifying? I think it was. I wasn't really paying attention. It is a dry qualifying. There's 13 people today, so a few missing. If the game volume is too loud or too quiet, please say. Lewis Marshall, welcome. Big C, welcome. I'll see who comes out first, and I will go on board with them. Gap fastest lap leader. 50. Right. Lewis Milan, welcome. No one's come out yet. Obviously, this is an 18-minute qualifying session, unlike F1 2017, which is a 12-minute. So a little bit longer in qualifying. You can go for a maximum, well, 3 individual runs. I believe that was Steve Raff coming out first, wasn't it? It was it Morris Guy? It was. So they're out first, and Morris Guy has let Steve Raff through. It's not Steve Raff who will be going on board with. He finished probably in the mid-pack, I think it was. F6 last season. I believe he had possibly could have had a race win to his name. I know he just bottled it a few times. One I can easily remember it is Russia last season. He was winning by a few seconds and then hit the wall and I believe retired later on in the race. So hopefully he doesn't want to repeat it again. Here he is in the Red Bull this season. He was in the Williams last season. I think he could be a strong favourite, maybe to win, based off his last game's performance. But hey ho, never know. So Steve Raff now coming from the middle sector, getting ready to start his lap. He is saving his ERS wise. But he is actually on the super softs. A lot of people are running the supers, 5 people. So could be rain. I don't really want to get told if there's rain or not. But there is 5 people on the supers, so quite a lot if you think about it. Right now, Steve Rav is about to start the first lap of F7. He's now coming down the straight at probably around speeds more than 200 miles an hour. Going down into turn 1 and turn 2, fast right left. Takes that nicely from what it looked like. Now leading down to the second DRS straight, leading up to turn 3. Which is a heavy braking zone. Going to take turn 3 in gear 3. Hopefully tight left of 4. If you go wide, you do get invalid. Now flat right hander of 5. If you clip the inside curb, it's most likely going to spin you. Just take that nicely. 26.9 in the first sector. Turn 6 and 7 is taken also very nicely. Now turn 8. The fast right hander also very nicely. You know, to turn 9 and 10, the fast right left. Looks like a very clean lap. I don't think he's invalidated it. So this long curve leading up to turn 11. Trickiest corners on the track. He's taking it quite nicely. We went a little bit wide. Could be invalid. I do not know. But I think he's continuing. Down to turn 13. If I'm getting the corners right, I believe. Now the fast right hander turn 14. You do go on the gravel, but he's taking that more to the inside. Now the penultimate corner. Also very nice. He has run out of ERS, so that will slack him a lot. Now he's on the straight. And the first lap will be a 122. It would have been a 122, but it wasn't. Jaruru is next across the line. And there we go. First lap. Provisional pole is a 122.1. It's Swen next across the line. With the car ahead. It was Morris Guy, who has gone 5.5 tenths behind. Swen the men. Was invalid. There's a McLaren of Tommy. What's he going to set? He is going to go third, just behind Morris. Hakura is in fourth. A few seconds behind. He will want to improve on that. McGregor still in the pits. Venom's on the softs. There's a yellow flag in sector 1. Do not know what that was. Anyone close to finishing the lap? Merchant. F6, well, was F6 veteran, but he's a veteran in PSGL. Been in it for quite a few seasons now. He just back out into the pits. What's causing this yellow flag? I don't know. I think it's Steve Rabb. Yeah, it was. He's got gravel on his tyres, so I don't know what he's been up to. Anyway, anyone else on a lap? No, I don't think. Let's have a look. Swen the men is... Who's done it again? Is it Steve Rabb? No, it's not. I don't know, but Jaruru, no, I don't think he's on a competitive lap. No. Tommy's up by half a second, so he could be going pole with this lap, or provisional pole, shall I say. He's now coming through the penultimate corner. Takes a lot more speed than what Steve Rabb did. Now on the final corner. It's going to be close, I believe, and it's going to be a 1:22.3, just put him second. Good lap. Blue Jean has gone fourth. There's yellow flags, and I don't know where. Just give me the invisible yellow flag glitch, I think. That could be a new one to add on. Boom's will be coming into the pits, I believe. There's Venom coming out the pits. We just noticed that. Blue Jean did improve. He's now 1.6 seconds behind, still in fourth place. Morris Guy has run out of fuel. Tommy is going to be coming back into the pits. Jaruru will be as well. He's actually up by 6/10. He's on for a good lap here. He's now coming through the penultimate, final few corners. If he does this lap, he'll be on for a 21.4 possibly. On the second class corner, now the final corner. Venom has got a 5-place grid penalty for colliding with Boomer. That's not a good start for him, and Jaruru does set a 1:21 flat. That is a very good lap. What happened with Venom? He got a stop go. Well, not stop go, grid penalty, sorry. I don't know what had happened there. Boomer did set a lap, not very competitive, but he'll want to improve on that. Someone did just set a lap. It was... I'm going to call him PW Nagetown, if that's alright. If any of you know how to actually say his name, then please say. Yeah, if Jaruru doesn't improve, that's 3 laps on the Ultras already. He's not going to be doing very well. Venom has retired. I don't know where, but he's going to be starting the back of the grid. So that is the complete opposite of what he did want. Going into the first race of the season, starting at the back of the grid. He's got it all to play for. That was strange. Saw him behind me. That's only decent. That was decent. The yellow flag. What? Ponage Town? That's how you say it. Whether Billy Blue was starting a lap or did he just set one? No, he did just set one. It was a 23.2, possibly. There's another yellow flag. I don't know why I keep looking for them when I don't know where they are. Oh, Whether Billy's lagging quite a bit. Hakura is about to start a lap. So when the men's going to be starting a lap. Merch on... Is he on one? I believe so. Yes, he is. We'll go on board with him since... Or is Steve ever on a lap? No. So we'll go on board with Merch on. He'll be the next one to cross the line for an actual lap. He's now coming through the middle sector. So we're hoping to probably go ahead of Wide Load Billy, because Wide Load Billy is on the super soft, and so is he. Don't know if there's rain for this race, but high possibility with how many people are starting on the super soft tyre, or have set laps on the super soft. Anyway, Merch on now. Coming through turn 13, takes that nicely. Now going through turn 14, and then it will be the final two corners. Just take that nicely, just clip the grass on the entry, but shouldn't hold him up too much. And he just pit. So I don't know if he's just testing the super soft out, but still don't set a lap. Steve Rav leaves next across the line, possibly. Morris Guy, is he on one? No, he's not. He's starting one. Hakura has got traffic, so I don't. Yeah, McGregor got in his way. Yes, it's Sven the Man who's next across the line. He's now coming around the final few corners. Hasn't set a lap yet. Still 4 other people on track who haven't set a lap. One of them being Venom, but he's not in qualifying anymore. McGregor has retired, so I just said that. So we'll be joining Venom at the back of the grid with no lap time. Evening Human Fish. Oh, he's been at the final corner. Steve Rav just goes 6th. That is a very interesting place for someone to lose the car. Is Blue Jean on the lap? No, he's starting one. Morris Guy, is he on a lap? I don't think he has enough ERS. I don't know if he's up or not either. I don't think he is, but we'll still go on board. 7 minutes still remain in the session, still plenty of time for anything to happen. Yeah, Morris Guy is not on a competitive lap as such. So I think he could be pitting. Yeah, he is. I'm not surprised. As he's now in the pit. Steve Rav has retired, so best he's going to get is 6th at well, yeah, best he's going to get is 6th. I don't think he's going to get that. So he could be dropping down to around where Grigor Wallace and Venom are starting. Oh, he's lost it out of the turn 11 and 12. Big crash. He's lost both of his front tyres, so. Hakiri did improve on his lap. Ponty Jones, if that's how you say his name, he's starting a lap now. Tommy, is he on one or not? I think he might be. I'll have a look. Yeah, I believe he is. So now coming around the penultimate corner, we'll see where he can go, if he can get anywhere closer to Girouru's time. He's around the final corner, he's run out of ERS, but his lap time will be a 1:21.7. He does improve, but still quite far away from provisional pole leader at the moment, who is actually on a lap. Is he going to be improving in the middle sector? No way of knowing. We'll have a look. No, he invalidated, so no, he's not on a lap at the moment. Blue Jeans down in the first sector. Pontage is on a lap. We'll go on with him for the rest of it. He's now coming through the final few corners. He is new to PSGL, I believe, so he wants to make a good start and a good reputation for himself. He's now coming around the final corner. We'll see what he sets. I think it'll be an improvement, especially. It is a 22.6 and it just puts him in 4. Tommy is on a lap. I don't think he's on the quickest of laps though. Chillo, as I said, I don't know how to say his name. I did say that at the start. Sven the Men. Okay, we're not going to go like that because the engine wrecking glitch is still there. Merch around the final corner. I believe he is on a valid lap. We'll see where this puts him. A 1:21.8 does put him in 4th. I didn't actually notice. Boomer's gone 2nd with a 21.7. So pretty close 2nd to 4th. Is separated by half a tenth. Slenderman. Ponage Town. Is that how you say it? I don't know. Slenderman goes 8th. Wow. So everyone pretty similar with 1:21.7s and 8s. Ponage Town. He's going back into the pits. He might not have enough time. Morris guys on a lap, I believe. I don't know. I believe he's down the first sector though. Wide low Billy is warming up for a lap. And McGregor's left the lobby. Swen is, I believe, warming up. Merchon is going to be on a warm-up lap. There is a yellow flag. Nowhere. Boomer's going to be starting one. We'll go on board with him, see if he can go pole. This is now coming through turn 1. He has backed off, so perhaps he got us this and next, but I don't see how. But anyway, he has backed off. And Merchant warming up, everyone's warming up for the laps, I believe. Hakura, is he about to... Did he improve? No, he didn't. I'll just call him Tommy, it's a short name. Yeah, I'm right, okay. Yeah, Wide Low Billy's up by 4 tenths, that could be an invalidation though, I think it was. Oh, that's more than an invalidation, that's a trip to the barrier. So, Wide Low Billy, at best, will get 10th. No, 9th, sorry. Kira's up by 2 tenths in the first sector, he's on the super softs though. Boomer's getting ready. Slenderman and Merchant just aren't coming out. Neither are Pontage Town and Morris Guy. So Blue Gene about to start his lap. He will get 2 laps in if he pushes, but I don't think he will. Boomer, where is he? He's about to start a lap. Jaruru is on an out lap still, so is Tommy. Akira will stay with him for the remainder of his lap. See where this can put him. He'll probably want to stay away from 11th since he's on the super softs. He's coming around the final corner. I do not believe he's going to improve. No, he's not, but he has got one final lap, but I don't think he's got enough ERS for it. Anyway, Blue Jean is in the middle sector. Tommy starting a lap. Boomer is up by a 10.5 in the middle sector. And he has to still improve by a good half a second to be anywhere near Jaruru's time. And Jaruru is on a lap. Doesn't tell me what he's done. He is 4 tenths up now in the middle sector. So if he does nail this final sector, he could get provisional pole. He's now coming through the final sector. He is low on fuel, but so will everyone. 10-14 now. Taking that nicely. Now the penultimate corner. He's low on the RS. People seem to forget to save it. But now around the final corner, he saved the RS a lot more than others have. Will this be provisional pole? It will be not. It will be a 21.5, and Tommy has binned it in turn 11 exit. As Giroux is about to come through there now and make sure not to hit his car. And yeah, you just go around him. Akira, where is he? He is coming into the pit, so it's just Giroux. He already has pole. Can he improve? I believe he is on for an improvement. He's now going through the penultimate corner. This is just a show off, I think. But anyway, we will see around the final corner. Can he try and get into the 20s? And the lap time will be a 1:20 points. Oh, it was an improvement by 1,000. So he will be starting on them set of ultra soft tyres compared to his like 4-lap old tyres. Very lucky there. 1,000th made the entire difference. I just need to wait for Hakura to pit, then I will go through the grid, ready for start of the race. If anyone has any questions, then feel free to ask. Hakura has retired now, so we can get ready. Make sure to like the stream, and also subscribe if you want to get notifications as early as you can for these PSGL races. I'm shamelessly plugging myself, I know. But anyway, Giroud is on pole with a 21 flat. In second is Boomer with a 21.5. In third is Tommy. In fourth is Merchant. In fifth is Swen. Sixth, Blue Jean. Seventh, Pony Town. Eighth, Morris Guy. Ninth, Wilo Billy on the set of super soft tyres. In 10th is Steve Raven. That's the top 10. Out of the top 10 is Hakura. He's on super softs, but free choice. McGregor Wallace and Musical Venom. Musical Venom would have probably started at the back anyway because he had a five place grid penalty. Yo, everyone, welcome. 31 people about to watch the start of this race after the formation lap anyway. Obviously the formation lap this year is a lot more important than it was last year because this game needed tyre carcasses and you need to definitely warm them up, otherwise you'll be spinning off the start. So we're just getting ready for everyone to get their setup sorted and fuel loads. It's kind of a bummer that for the new game they did delete how much fuel you can see people have, but it's nothing that we can't handle. Gotta wait, people are taking a little bit more time, but they want to get the start of this race perfect, get a good impression, possibly get an early promotion if they dominate. This is the formation lap as I just said, so I think people are going to be practicing their starts, as you can see Tommy in the background just did. We'll go on board with the leader of the pack, Giroud, who'll be hoping to get away well because starts are a lot more important. I'll look at tyres. So everyone outside the top 10 is on the super softs, as I thought they would be, and obviously everyone inside the top 10 except for Wilo Billy are on the ultra softs. So if it stays like that, Steve has been disqualified. If it stays like this, when all the ultra soft runners pit, Wilo Billy will be taking the lead of this race. Hopefully everyone can keep it clean. I don't want to see people at the back. I don't want a repeat of F6 pre-season. Everyone they see weaving, trying to get their tyres warm. Don't want a poor start, end up at the back of the grid, or possibly just getting wing damage of hitting someone. So go back on board with Giroud. Coming through the middle sector now. He's weaving. He's using a bit of his ERS. I don't know why. He should be saving it. Because what should be best to be used is hot lap ERS and standard off the start. And go into rich. That's what I tend to do. Doesn't give you the best getaway, but after that you do fly down the straight going into turn 1. There is a short run down to turn 1 compared to most tracks. So Giroud will have to make the most of it. It does help him. Anyways, they're about to get ready. This game, the Codemasters did add that AI will do a little burnout, as you'll see here. You'll see his engine red, there you go. A little burnout, just to warm the rear tyres up. As he has to wait a little while for people to stop and get ready. So, as everyone is lining up, I believe we are ready. No, Venom's the last person. So we're about to get ready now for the start of F7. I don't think I'm going to have lights. Here I am. 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. And away we go for Australia round 1. It looked like Drew got a better start, and he did. He's safe and clear into turn 1. 3 wide into turn 1. It was Merchant, Blue Jean and Swen the Men. I did see wing damage, I believe, off the Red Bull. There is a Morris guy in the wall, I did see. Will Blue Jean go on the inside into turn 3? He will. Slight contact, but no one loses the wing. Tommy and Ponage, sorry, battling in the end of the first sector. And Tommy keeps the position. Wide Low Billy's having a look. He's down the inside of Ponage, gets the position. Venom, ooh, slight contact. He's up into 7th. Desync. Fairly clean start, I think. McGregor's not even in the race. Morris Guy and Steve Rav, they both have damage. So that is not the best starts for the pair of them. Boom and Jaruru are just taking it away. 1.2 second gap to 3rd place. Oh, Ponage and Akira. Ponage got damage. Because now Swen the Men is going to go around the outside of turn 14. Or turn 13, sorry, and he's got the move. There is a hassle of Akira going wide. And Swen the Men's going to go down the inside of him through turn 14 and does get the move, and it's up into 8th place. Nice little double overtake there. And now Venom and Wilo Billy battling for P6. I don't want to really be battling too much. Ponage is in the pits. As I said, the Ferraris are not really battling too much. We'll have Billy defending from his teammate. Steve picks up a stop grip spin in the pit lane. Venom now is going to look around the outside. No, he's going to switch to the inside. No, back to the outside for turn 3. Brakes late. And they're still side by side, but he does get the move. A very good move by Venom there, up into P6 on the set of super soft tyres. Swen has really passed Akira. Ponage is on a set of softs. Steve Rabb and Morris Guy on a set of super softs. We'll go back on board Wilo Billy. He is on the back of his teammate again, trying to get back past. Is he going to send it down his inside? He is. He breaks late. Forces Venom on the grass. Bit dirty to do that to your own teammate. But Venom will not be happy with that, but doesn't want to let his anger out. Otherwise it will probably affect his race. And Blue Jean on the exit, I believe, of turn 12. Yeah, turn 12, he has lost it and has hit the wall. First person to be claimed a victim at the exit of turn 12. And I expect there will be a few more. So that does promote everyone up a position. Oh! Ponage has spun round. Very weird place. But yeah, he has spun round. Merchon and Boomer now battling going into turn 1. Merchon down the inside, breaks late, gets the move. Very simple there, but will Boomer come back at him? Yes, he will. PRS has only just been enabled, so it won't be down the straight. I think Boomer's too far back, and yep, Merchon has been able to keep the position. But Boomer will probably come back at him. I believe Merchon's got... Whoa. Actually, I think Boomer's got less wings. I think he could be struggling. I don't know. Tommy is catching in the background. Akira and Swen still close together. I'll go back on board with Boomer. He's caught up quite a lot here. There's a three-way battle going on for 2nd place. We'll check position changes. So yeah, Jaruru, 3.5 second lead in 3 laps. That is good so far. Wildlow Billy picks up a 3-second time penalty. Tommy's looking to be too far back to get Boomer. Also, there is safety car, but the chances of that coming out are very slim. Merchant does run wide there at the exit of turn 13. And very wide again. He is struggling, I think. Boomer, though, very slow on exit. That gives Tommy a chance, but Boomer will have DRS. We'll see if Tommy can make much of this. He has got more slipstream. And possibly lower wings. Will he send it down the inside at turn 1? No, he doesn't. But will he go for it now? Through turn 2, DRS has been enabled. I think Morris and Steve have collided, but I don't know. And they've all kept it nice and clean. Steve Rive is in the wall at the exit of turn 12, like he did in qualifying. And he has no wing, and he has now been claimed a victim at that corner. And he has spun again, and that could possibly eventually be his race over. But if I was him, I won't retire. Because if the safety car comes out, he is straight back in it. I believe it's in again, yep. Car's in control. Cloud coverage seems to be coming in rather rapidly. quite cloudy this race. Could be seen rain. Kieran and Swen still battling, but we're going back on board with Tommy as he's literally right behind Boomer. He's got a good run. Will he get him down into turn 13? Will he go for it? He's going to go down the inside. Boomer tries to defend, but he's lost the position. Steve Raff does retire. That is unfortunate. Widelow Billy and Venom now have joined the battle for P2. This is a 5-way battle for P2. Who will come out on top? Everyone will have DRS off of each other except for Merchon. Right, there's car coverage coming in rapidly, so I think there could be rain due for this race. I never got told. Swen, I think, has lost it. He has in the pit wall. That's something you really don't want to be doing. Anyway, Tommy still on the back of Merchon, and then there's just a large train with Venom at the back. One mistake and you could be losing. Oh! Big crash between Venom. Oh, not Venom. Venom got collected though. Boomer and Billy binned it in the wall. Venom got collected, I believe. Big crash. And Venom, I believe, has got damage. There's a virtual safety car. Yes, I did not notice that. I was paying attention to Venom, but a VSC will help the drivers out here. And that ended rather quickly. Morris Guy's got a drive-through penalty for speeding under the virtual safety car. So, crazy stuff here. There is now only 8 drivers left in the session. Or in this race, sorry. So this race could turn boring pretty quickly. Venom and Tommy are still battling at least something to look over. Venom didn't actually get damage, I thought he had, but didn't pay attention to the VSC being out. Into turn 1. He's getting a little bit closer. Tommy's catching Merchon again. Nothing's going to happen there. Tommy gets a lot closer to Merchon. I don't know what's happened to him. Has his tyres died already in lap 6? I don't know. Merchon's struggling all over the shot. Will Tommy go for it? I think he's too far back though. He needs to also be careful of Venom in the background. As they finish sector 1 now, Tommy is all over the back of Merchon. I think he might go for it here. Will he send it down the inside? He's thinking about it. No, he doesn't. Thinks better. Merchon's going to be safe for a little while, but he has to be 10, 11 and 12. Got a good exit, otherwise he's going to get pounced on by Tommy. Oh, desync! I don't think he actually got damaged. That was desync there. Good helicopter shot he has. Tommy's got DRS and he's flying straight past around the outside of turn 13. Brakes later. And he's on the grass. Loses the position and Venom just says thank you very much. Takes P3 off of him. And Giroux pits on lap 6. Now Venom's on the back of Merchon and Merchon pits. Venom and Tommy stay out. And is he on a set of Ultrasoft? He is. And what's Merchon going to go on to? There's also a set of Ultrasoft tyres, so that's going for the 2-stop, but there's rain planned. And I think it could be raining in possibly about 6 laps time, because clouds seems to be getting darker and darker. So Drew did come out in 3rd, and Merchant's going to come out just behind his teammate. Will Hakura let him through? He does. That is what a teammate should be doing. I'm going to keep an eye out for rain, because I've got a feeling it may come down soon. Good looking forward with Tom. I did actually realise that Venom is on the super soft tyre. Shush, adventure. Morris Guy's in the pits. He has got, it's a drive-through penalty he'll be serving. Yep, he is going to be far last, but still not 4 points. It is 3 points that he will happily take. Now Tommy should be pitting this lap. His tyres don't look too bad, but Doesn't want to get undercut. Yep, he does pit, which will leave Venom out in the lead. Not comfortably, but it will be quite a good gap. Hopefully the rain will come in his favour, for him anyway. Tommy is on a set of, is that Super Softs? It is Super Softs, possibly not rain then. Oh no, he's not taking Super Softs 21 laps. And he should come up behind Akira. He does, that's not what he wanted. Severely not what he wanted. The yellow flag. Don't know what it was. Trying to spot the rain. But there is no rain at the moment. So this race is now getting boring. The closest gap is 2.1. So if anyone has got any questions, feel free. Since nothing is happening in this race, Pontage is pitting, and that'll be for a set of supers and a new wing. So he'll come out behind Morris. I'll go on board with Tommy for a little while. Billy does lead the session. I'll go on board with Tommy. Whilst he's catching Hakura, and should be. No, a bit too late. But anyway, I didn't realise Tommy's now within 6 steps of Akira. And there's rain! That has come definitely in Venom's favour. There is rain. Now this is going to hamper Giruru's race because he is still 7 seconds behind. Now how quickly will the rain come down? Tommy down the inside of turn 1 gets the move. I don't think Akira's going to be able to respond. Nope, Tommy has got DRS. That is the move completed. Now the only question is, how quickly will the rain come down? Venom will want it to come down pretty quickly. Because if it's quite slow rain, then his supers will die off. But it's looking like it's getting slightly heavy. Probably nothing to affect them yet, but probably in a lap's time they'll start feeling the loss of grip. I believe someone's already lost their grip. Pontage has lost it at turn 12. So he is the third person to lose it at turn 12. And he is now last by quite a far margin. Yeah, you are true, right there, Simo. When it does rain, supers will be better until obviously intermediates do get used. If it was like intermediates now, I believe they could go to the end. 19 laps is fairly doable. Jiruru is pitting pretty early, and that is for a set of intermediates, but there's no way it's raining that quickly. Morris guy's in the wall. Tommy and Akira have gone off. And I think it's going unbearable. And oh, Venom's in the wall. Oh, 1 second. Venom is in the wall. Giruru's probably made a right call with the pit stop. Hakura's not gone in yet. Hakura's sliding all over the place. He's spinning. There's only 7 finishes at the moment. Everyone's on intermediates. This should be fun. Venom is sliding all over the place. He can't put the foot down. The track has got wet significantly quick. Oh, significantly quicker than I thought. And Giroud will have quite a large lead because I don't know if Venom has to get a wing change. And Tommy's been disqualified for blocking the pit lane. He spun around in the pit lane and has blocked it. So there's only 6 drivers left in this race. And Venom's off in the gravel at turn 13. He is definitely struggling. No grip on them tyres. I wonder how Akira's doing. He's probably not doing the best either. And Venom's just going to be able to make it into the pits, but he's going to be definitely out of the race win. He's eventually in the pits, and Giroux passes him. How's Akira doing? Struggling. As his teammate is closing in, but shouldn't get too close. And Akira's in the pits. So Merchant's now in second, Giroux's in first, and it will be... Actually, Venom keeps third. Pouncage has been lapped. So now Venom will be chasing down Merchant. Note to self, don't stay on dry. Yeah, it's quite a good tactic. Akira's going to be coming out, it says on the set of softs there, but he's in the intermediates. He will come out in P4. Quite disappointing that there is only 6 drivers left in this race, and there are still more than half the race distance to go. And Sven picks up a stop go for speeding in the pit lane. This is going to get hard to commentate over because there's going to be nothing to commentate over. Venom is losing time to Merchant, so yeah. So the least amount of points anyone can get in this race is 5. So that's probably a good reason why Pouncage is staying in this race. It's a free 5 points for him, and if anyone else retires, it's even more points. So Venom's actually catching Merchant quicker again. I don't want to jinx this, but if them two crash, there's only 4 people left in this race, and that will be just catastrophic. I do want to warn the viewers that my stream may cut out at some point. My internet provider is having slight issues at the moment, but I don't think it should affect me. Well, hopefully anyway. Might have a few lag spikes here and there, but yeah. I'm not going to stop the stream because I'm a commentator. Like USA 2005, I believe. There's only 6 drivers. There's a commentator over that. There's 6 drivers now. Got a commentator over that. Venom now within a second, but obviously there's no DRS. No, I'm with Virgin, but there's just some slight errors at the moment. Anyway, Venom, obviously no DRS, so it's going to make him harder for him. He's caught rather quickly, but once Venom just passes him, then there's literally going to be nothing to commentate on for the remaining 17 laps. So come through turn 11 and 12. Nothing, like the gap hasn't changed at all there. Merchant just, he'll be happy with the podium, I guess. He's actually slightly catching Giroux, so I think Giroux is running a drier setup. Venom does run slightly wide out of turn 14. Right, can Venom get any slipstream? He'll need it, definitely. I don't think he's got any. As these guys now start lap 13. Oh, Merchant does have a slight wobble. That will help Venom, I believe. It's not heavy rain, so I think it could go intermediates. Could be dry though. Towards the end of the race, no one does know. I could do with questions around about now, if anyone in the chat has got any. Because there's still 16 laps of this remaining. And he's not one of the quickest on these tyres. Well, it could go heavy rain. And the track was already wet, so it would take a few corners again, it would probably be wet tyres. Venom's still closing, but still too far away to even attempt to move. None of them are really pushing on the ERS too much, because obviously they don't want to burn it. Don't want to be pushing with it either, it will increase his chances of spinning. Actually, Venom's got quite a lot there in the final sector. Still too far away though. Didn't get a very good run out the final corner. And Slipstream's not helping him much. Breaking down into turn 1. Venom does get a slight better run. Merchant's struggling on the back end. Venom is also. Battle for second place, and this could be the only battle remaining in this race. And that's it for the race. Now through the first sector, Venom's closed it now to within half a second. He wants to push and get past. I believe he has a penalty at least. He's definitely pushing Venom. I will agree partly there, Chiller. But I don't think he's driving like it's a quality lap. I don't know if the tyres will make it to the end, because I've never been into like stint on this. But anyway, now coming through turn 11 and 12. That's my boy. Asking. No, I don't anymore. Venom, oh, he's having a look. He's got close enough to have a look at going down the inside. I think he might go for it next lap at that corner, turn 13. Depends if he can get closer. As these guys are about to start lap 15 now. He could be just being aggressive, trying to get past quickly. Like, Connor, I'll ask for your assistance if any new people that are joined who I don't know the names of, right? Deal? The gap between Merchon and Giroux is now staying the same, so no hope of seeing them getting closer, I guess. If anyone doesn't know the PSGL website, it is in the chat now. The Twitter does appear regularly at some point after every 20 or so minutes, so if you haven't followed PSGL on Twitter. I'm not going to ban Nightbot. Nightbot's just there as a promotion. Venom's a lot closer this time, but he needs to get even closer to go on the inside. I do agree he is tacking the curbs a bit too much, because that's where he's probably losing his time. Well, that curb there that he just went over. They're losing time more than gain. Through turn 11 and 12, Merchon makes a mistake. This is where Venom, oh, he's also made a slight mistake. He's going to have a look again. He did have a slight look. He should have got the move. Merchon, or Merchon, I don't pronounce the team out in my accent. Like Merchon, I don't pronounce the T. So that's just my accent kicking in. But anyway, Venom around the final corner with Merchon. No, Connor. Is he going to go down the inside? He's a lot closer. Yes, he is. Late breaking into turn 1. Merchon defends the position, keeps it, but he's not got a very good exit. Venom will have switched him again. It looks like heavy rain there. Down into turn 3, and Venom doesn't go for it again. It looks like the rain's got heavier, but I don't know if that's just me. At least we have something to commentate over. And this will most likely go on the PSGL YouTube channel. If anyone doesn't know it, just type in PSGL on YouTube and the channel should appear. Or click on the Twitter and the channel will be there somewhere. Because yesterday the pre-season highlights of most tiers got uploaded. Welcome CC Brain. He's actually the creator of that channel. Yeah, I'm not promoting myself. I'm not promoting myself. I'm promoting the PSGL channel. With the session. Venom's not as close this time. Welcome back at my venture, Albion. Sven Pitts, did he get wing damage? What? What's that? That's his third stop now. It's for wets. Has it turned to wets? Oh, so we could see another round of pit stops here. It could be going to wets. It won't really affect the drivers too much, but slight lack of grip. And that may influence them coming to the pits or Jeff's handy strategies. I know he had his comment removed, Jamie, I removed it. All these two are struggling on the back end, Merchon especially, Venom's going to look down the inside, no, Merchon defends, he's going to look for the switchback now. His throttle application was very nice through there. Barges his way through, he is up into P2 now. It took him around about 6 laps to get through, but he's eventually done it. Now will Merchon come back at him? Yeah, you can still see JP, but no one else can. Merchon is close, oh he's gone very wide there, and that's not going to help him. I want to see if Giroux pits, he's not. I personally think it is wet, or extreme tyres time. But we'll see from... Oh, Hakura also pit for wets. So, a third of the grid of pit for wets. There's also a battle for 5th place about to start. And Venom and Merchon do not pit either. I did not notice that. There we go. Wait, did I just see some... I thought I saw someone in the wall. Oh, I can't remove your comment. Right, I'm going to stop. Right, anyway, Merchon and Venom are still battling, but Merchon is dropping out of what would be... What would be DRS. Ponage does pit. That will be for most likely wet tyres. Giroux still hasn't pit yet. It looks like it is going to be wet. Welcome, Alice Killer. I have strict rules on my chat. Pernage has gone on another set of intermediates. Why is Giroux F7? I don't know. I'm not an admin of F7. I just commentate F7. Personally, in my opinion, I think he's a bit too quick. Chillo, you got it perfect, spot on. I shouldn't really be having a chat with the chat. It's quite true. Possibly. Now that's a possibility. I don't know how long a pit stop is. Because Giroux is a good 22, 23, and Venom has got a 3-second time penalty, if I can remember correctly. So, I think Giroux would not be first on track, but he would be first. Merchant is slowly falling back. It does look like wet. Can some of you guys say if it's wet or not, or looks like it's wet? Merchant's struggling. And Ponage has done it twice now. He spun round at turn 12. I don't believe he lost his wing. He's struggling to turn around though. Yeah, there we go. That's his race well and truly done. Boy, needs to be careful. There's 2 fast cars coming. Giroux does not pit. Tries to look fine. For if F3 is a wet race. I wouldn't mind a wet race, well, even if F1, but I won't mind a wet race. It would show more driver skill than flying. Oh, who's that bit? Oh, ponies again. Right, Chilla, we do not need reminding of that. Merch on pits, that could be for a set of wets. It is for a set of intermediates, but he's serving a stop-go. So that'll put him definitely down third. Looks like it's dying down again, the rain. Right. Yeah, I don't know though, because it looks like the rain's coming down heavy, so it would be the wet tyres, but you can't really tell when the gap's 1 minute and 6 to the guy ahead. Like, quite a large gap. I've never had a race where the closest gap is 23.2 seconds before, but you know, something new. Yeah, they do. And as you say that, Jaruru pits. So that will force Venom to pit, and that's a waste of a pit stop for Merchon. I'm guessing this will be for wets, not inters. That's inters. I thought it'd be in for wets, but apparently not. I've been in a world race. Harbour should have let me. What's Venom going on to? He's going on for a set of inters. I thought it would be wets. Oh well, yeah, but what goes to do quick press really better? I don't know if it's just me, but it looks like it should be wet tyres. Where does Venom come out in comparison to Merch on 13 seconds? So, yep, I don't think there will be any battles for the remainder of this race. Which is sad to see. Turnage pits for a new wing and another set of wets. Comments this game will look bones Ryan for what conditions here. Reporting Nightbot for spam. Well, it's a bit debatable. Anyway, Pony's gonna come out. So hold on. He's gonna hold up. Akira! You know, Akira has a different way to overtake a lap car, but you know. At least he got past him with no wing damage. Yeah, there are a lot of DNFs, Connor, but it does happen. How's it not a surprise, Connor? I've gone over the race leader, but I haven't really. I've only been checking what he's like on the intermediates, not actually checking what he's like so far on the race. If I were to say so, I guess he would move up, but it's just my personal opinion. Because it's F7 and it's wet. Well, I don't want to sound harsh, but if this was F6, like the old F5, it would be less than 6. They had about 6 in the dry last week. So could this race get any more boring? Don't want to sound really bad, but there is honestly nothing to commentate on. We have 9 person hit. Yeah, but only one person didn't lose their wing. One person didn't lose their wing, and they won by 41 seconds or something like that. Like, one person out of a grid of what? 16? On a dry track? It's not the best record I've ever heard of. Well, F1's a lot closer this year than it was, but I think... No, 6 people lost it in F6, and that was in the dry. And 6 people have lost it there, one person just didn't start. Where'd you get the imaginary number of 9? Yeah, true. Well, the grass isn't even moving. Like, if anyone is interested in looking at the raindrops, then feel free. Swen pits, so there's actually something to look at. Yeah, he's already come out back out the pits, he's on the wets. And Tommy has left the session. Yeah, so 6 people lost the wheel. 6 people have lost the wheels in this race. This is the wet track, or mainly wet track, for most of the race, and F6 was dry. Point proven. Drew just dominating. Personally, I think he should get moved up, but obviously it's not my decision. I've already said that. Oh no, my internet. Oh, my net's dying. Could people please say if my net did just have a slight moment? Because on my screen my net just had a slight moment. Oh, these gaps are staying the exact same. Yes, but it's kind of true, but if... I don't want to sound harsh on Venom here, but if Venom had pitted a lap earlier, he would have been winning this race, yeah. But he didn't, so... No, but if you win a race by 22.5 seconds with no trouble at all, then it kind of, and getting pole also kind of shows that you're a bit quick for that division. Like he's not even been challenged this race, except for Boomer before he retired. That's the thing. There will be podium interviews also. I forgot to mention that. Because there was no room in higher divisions. There was no room in the higher divisions. Easily winning because of another driver's mistake. Well, I can't do interviews now. What, mid-race interview? There's no one in the race who would want to do a mid-race interview. Drew about to start his 4th to final lap, but yeah, no one will be doing a mid-race interview unless someone in the race wants to. You'll have to comment in the chat though. Drew could. Venom could. probably wait till after. No, I'm just not Chillo. No, I'm not gonna. I want to just pick like 7th time. 7 pit stops. You're still gonna get 5 points, like. 7 pit stops is a bit excessive. People in the chat rate this race out of 10. It's just thought of something for people to do. Rate this race out of 10. What do you think it was? You can change later on in the race after it's finished if anything happens, but I don't think there will be. If we see a Frizzo, I don't think Girouru's gonna do a Frizzo if he even knows what a Frizzo is. There's only one of them. I don't see you getting P6. I'm not, I just said that 7 pit stops is a bit excessive. Just showed up, so I'm going to give it a -2. No, but Connor, would you go for a 7 stop? I want to see this response. Welcome, Gordon's bit. I shouldn't really be saying this, but I'm actually starting to physically get tired. No, I meant like in a league race or PSGL race. Well, any league race. It's not my decision for driver of the day anyway. Oh, there's a yellow flag. A yellow flag for no reason. Lovely to see in this game. If I were to give driver of the day out, Venom. He's gained the most positions and he could have won. But I could also give it to Giroud. Because he's winning by 22.5 seconds. Don't criticise me on what I just said, Matt, or C-Ties. So I know you're thinking about it. I'll have a decision for the end of the race. He's not in one, Alistair. He doesn't have. Oh yeah, you already put doesn't have the game. Drew now is on his second to last lap. Chillo will get it. He'll get it. Do not worry. Anyone else want to rate this race out of 10? I know there will be a few clips probably from this race which will go on the channel. There's been quite a few decent clips. Probably the 5-way battle will probably go on there. Also possibly the crash. I don't get why you still hate it, because I've got used to it by now. Like the halo's just there. I'm used to it. I can't wait if I buy it. I'm not voting with my wallet, and if I do, I'm a coward. Right, Drew now starting his final lap. This has felt like an eternity. Not gonna lie. He's been cruising it most of the race, but has got lucky. In my opinion, has got slightly lucky. 6.9 out of 10. That's quite a high 3 out of 10. But I know you were probably not being truthful there. Could use it from the moment. Who winning Champions League? That's a bit of an early question. I don't know. Probably Real Madrid like usual. Right, Giroud now has only got 1 sector to go to win round 1 in Australia. I don't think he'll do a frizzer, but you know, we'll never know. She's now coming around the final 2 corners. Right, I thought he weaved them for a second. But anyway, around the final few corners to win this race. Yes, that's good. And Giroud now coming around the final corner will win this race unless he does a frizzo, which he's not doing. And Giroud does win this race by possibly more than 21 seconds. Venom, who could have won this race, but pitted a lap too late for those intermediates. We'll get second. Sven just ahead of him, we'll get fifth. So Giroud actually wins by 24 seconds. Merchant will take the final podium position. Wait for Hakira to go all the way around. But oh, I'm glad that happened now, not a lap before. But yep. Oh, opponent just gone straight off at the second to last corner, but he will come home in 6th after doing 7 stops. Still points in the end. Hakura now come around the final sector. Then I'll go through the classification and invite the top 3 to podium interviews. So now comes round the second to last corner, 4th place after doing 2 stops, the least amount of stops in the race. The P4 is a decent result for him. I believe that will put Haas leading the constructors maybe. No, it won't. Yeah, it will. So I'll go for the classification and then I'll invite the top 3. Will I get XP for spectating? Probably not. But anyway, yep. Why is it dry in the background? Giroud wins this race. Venom in 2nd, Metron in 3rd. That is your podium. Hakura, Swen, the men, and Pernage were the only people to finish outside the top 10. Morris Guy, Widelow, Billy, Boomer, Steve Rav, Blue Jean, and Tommy all did not finish. Now let me invite the top 3. I will be blue screen for a few, probably around a minute. Right, I invite them all to the party. Let's wait and see if anyone's enjoying. We've got one person in the party. Just need to wait to see if the other two will join. Got a race winner. I just need to wait for third place. I'll give them another 30 seconds. Actually, since he's third place, he will be spoken to last. I'll start off with the race winner, Jaruru. Congratulations on winning the first race of the season. First question is, how was your race?
Thank you. Yeah, the race was quite easy. Yeah, it was just calm and it was okay. I also, I guess, was super lucky with the tire strategy. But yeah, it was an easy race for me.
Okay, and we'll move on to second place. Venom, congratulations on your second. I'll also ask you the same question. How was your race?
Yeah, no, I made a hash of qualifying, although that was partly due to some lag. I was literally on my own on the track, and then suddenly a car just hit me in the back out of nowhere, and yeah, it was just a bit of lag in quali. In terms of the race, yeah, it's not often you get a strategy spot on and then also terribly wrong at the same time, because I got the tyres to the rain, but then I just stayed out one lap too soon. But to be fair, if I had got it right, then I would have been denied the great battle I had with Merchion, which was really good fun. So yeah, it's nice to be on the podium, and congratulations to Drew. He did a really good job tonight.
Another question for Venom. Was you meant to pit one lap later than Jaruru?
Well, to be honest, I was in the final sector, and the grip felt good, and the DRS hadn't been disabled yet. So it was only at the first corner where I realised, I've stayed out one lap too long, and then I spun it turn 4 or 3, and luckily I got it slowed down, so I didn't get any wing damage. And then after that, I was just chasing down the Haas of Merchion, and that was he defended really well, but he made a mistake after the first sector, and I just found a little gap to squeeze by, and after that I had better pace than him, and yeah, so I'm very pleased with second place from the back of the grid, but it could have been a win, but you know, I can't complain really.
Oh yeah, starting from the back of the grid and getting the podium's an achievement in itself. I've got back to Merchon. I will go for the final round of not Merchon, Juru, sorry, for the final set of questions. Next round, I believe, is China. Your opinions on the track?
Well, it's a really nice track. I like it. I really hope that we got a good weather there, so we can have a better race in the future.
And final question of the interview, Vedum, your opinions on China?
Yeah, it's a very different circuit to China. I think we'll see more overtakes, especially on the kilometre-long back straight for that DRS zone. So getting a balance of low downforce, but having still enough to deal with the technical opening sectors, that's going to be the key thing. Hopefully we'll have less authorised absentees next week, so we'll have a bit full of a grid. But you know, everyone turned up tonight, except those who'd already told us they weren't racing, so that's good. And you know, there were a few incidents, but you know, it's only the first race season. We can learn from that. But overall, from what I saw, it wasn't too bad, but we go from there, and I'm sure F7 will prove to be an entertaining league for everybody this season.
I will admit that the second half of the race wasn't as entertaining as I thought, but first half definitely did entertain. This will be it for round one. Round two will obviously still be here with same drivers, hopefully a different podium. Maybe see some new drivers get wins and podiums, but Anyway, this will be it for F7 for today. The next PSGL race will be F6, which is on Saturday. And if you want to see more PSGL action on my channel, it will be on Sunday. So I'll see you possibly then.